everybody at some point will have some level of access to social media, whether it being Facebook, Instagram, Pinterest. Pinterest, yes, we should have actually had a look at Pinterest, but that's fine. But let's just say Facebook or Instagram. More specifically, let's look at Instagram and even TikTok. One thing they all have in common, even YouTube, and I'll explain why in just a moment. Okay, just imagine things like YouTube and all these social media sites, they use one thing that's very common, and it's hashtags. Now, let me ask you in the description section, has anyone heard of hashtags and their use of them? Let me know. That way I can see if you're awake as well. So that way, I've got to get you up an alert. I want you fully engaged. Okay. Okay, brilliant. Now with hashtags, here you can see even ChatGPT will give you a bit more an explanation, okay? Which I think are important. These are the key things I would say with hashtags. Okay, I'm gonna grab this from this. Community engagement, number one. Okay, you're connecting and finding relevant people that are viewing a particular hashtag. Okay, so say for example, if you're selling a t-shirt or a mug or some kind of particular design around a particular theme, even tea, if somebody likes coffee, tea, or some kind of beverage, that you can use relevant hashtags in relation to that are relevant to the item or piece of media that they're uploading. Another key thing, algorithm. Okay, social media algorithms often prioritize posts with relevant hashtags. So if you got a hashtag that's showing a picture of a t-shirt with a meme, but your hashtag is like coffee, it doesn't make any sense because they're not congruent, they don't match with one another. So it's always important that the hashtag is relevant. And this is the key thing, discoverability. Now, discoverability, why is it a very interesting one? Because that generally means traffic. That is having people that are clicking on these hashtags, and as they're viewing, they are exposed to your content. And once they are exposed to your content, you have the ability of leveraging free traffic or viewers onto your site or your products, and the ability for them to take a further action of clicking it, getting redirected, and making a purchase. Okay. So you can see why they're important. I'm not going to go through all of them. However, the things that I am going to mention is the relevance of the hashtags. Okay, that they have to be relevant first and foremost. Limit the quantity. Okay, yeah, it says 3 or 4, but a lot of people put as many as you want. However, the reason I've shown you this in OpenAI or ChatGPT more specifically is that don't be afraid to come into places like ChatGPT and ask it, what's the best hashtags for selling t-shirts? Okay, which I asked it. Now, here's the hashtags it gave me: t-shirt sale, custom t-shirts, graphic tees, t-shirt designs, etc., etc. So do you understand that I can use OpenAI also to give me the relevant hashtags? So I don't need to play a guessing game here. I don't need to waste my time. I can allow AI to do all of this extracting and scraping for me from the internet. It gives me that ability to do so. Now, not only will it give me those hashtags, but it will also then further break down into those hashtags as, for example, niche specific hashtags. Okay, whether you've got quirky or funny t-shirts, pop culture, geeky t-shirts, eco-friendly, motivational, inspirational. So what it is drilling down even further, but essentially micro niches. Okay, they're going further segmenting of that particular niche of selling t-shirts. So not only can we learn from this, but we could actually then adopt that understanding of that hashtag and go build t-shirts as an example, okay, or a design around that particular subsection of the main category of selling t-shirts. Okay, it will give us ideas, essentially. It'll entertain us, and it'll allow us to explore and expand upon the ideas of selling t-shirts. And then here we have audience specific hashtags: gifts for him, gifts for her. Remember, we've got things that are very popular and trending. Okay, localized hashtags. This is great for local clients. So imagine if you're trying to recruit or trying to get the attention of local individuals, this would be a great one. So you can use particular hashtags pertaining to the locality of your area if you had products that you want to sell or you're helping a business. Branded ones, etc., etc. So use OpenAI for those particular hashtags, and it will save you a lot of time. Okay. Now,